Hey guys, Chelsea here from lunahealings.com, and I am here to talk to you about reprogramming your mind and shifting your beliefs. Please do like, share, comment and subscribe if you find that this resonates or if you find that this is helpful at all. I'm only talking from my own experience, so please take that into consideration too. Not everything that has worked for me will work for you. I'm just here to give you my experiences, my tips, and things like that. So, reprogramming your mind and shifting your beliefs. It hasn't been an easy journey, and I don't expect it to be. I don't think I ever expected it to be. What I mean by reprogramming your mind is, instead of looking at things as solely negative, trying to take the positive out of each and every situation that I experience, even if it is an experience that can be challenging or classified as negative. So this has taken a while, and to be honest, I'm still in the process of reprogramming my mind. And it's not to say that anything is wrong with my mind, and it's not to say that anything is wrong with your mind, but it's just about how to live a more beneficial life. I think that's it. I think that's what it is. It's how to live a more beneficial life and to live a more fulfilling life by not allowing certain experiences to take from you rather than to add to you, you know? Reprogramming my mind, it's been a process. It's been such a journey. And again, it still is. But some of the things that I have kind of worked on within my experience, it's just kind of trying to be the observer, I guess. Like, I'm trying to think, but it's mainly trying to be the observer rather than the person that reacts, or the person that just takes things personally, and the person that just thinks, why me, you know? Now, don't get me wrong, I used to have that mindset. I used to think, why does this always happen to me? I used to take things so personally and have it ruin my whole day or my whole experience and things like that. But I think as you grow and as you learn, you realize not to take anything too personally, because everything is a direct reflection of what someone else is experiencing. So if they're trying to put that on you, then of course that's something internal that's going on within them. So reprogramming your mind, let's talk about this. Where do I start? So let's talk about what it means to reprogram your mind. Now, programmings, like a TV, you have different channels, you have different programs. Your mind has different capacities to understand things, how to process things, how to evaluate things. And there's certain programmings that have been installed from when we were younger, through our parents, through, I guess, traumatic experiences and the way that we have coped throughout those. And some of these programmings don't necessarily serve us in the way that we would need them to. Sometimes, and again, I think it's kind of like the law of attraction, for those of you that know what that is. It's the law of attraction. It's also how, in a sense, manifestation works. And reprogramming your mind, because obviously your thoughts attract, what it is that you experience. Like attracts like. It's about, relearning, I want to say, or undoing the learning that has brought you to this point. So undoing any learning that you have been instilled with in your mind through programmings that don't serve you, and putting in a new program. So it's like taking out one experience and then, you know, putting in kind of like another. So it's hard, you know, it is a challenging experience, but I think it's worth it, you know, because you start to see the changes very subtly. For some people it may be big changes, but for me I've saw changes quite subtly. So it's only been subtle changes. But with reprogramming your mind, it's like, again, it's like, you know, putting programmings into your mind, different programmings to see, you know, how you can experience something different, how you can navigate through something that may be challenging different. And it's also coming into play with, you know, money beliefs and love beliefs, and also your own personal beliefs about yourself, about your family, about your friends, about your life itself. It's reprogramming all of these different experiences so that it matches the vibration that you would like to receive and that you would like to give off. So yeah, that is what reprogramming your mind means. Now, again, like I said, it is a challenging thing to do. Some people find it easy, some people find it challenging. And again, you're constantly learning different things throughout this process. You're constantly learning how to navigate through different situations. And you're also constantly learning something new about yourself, or something that was ingrained in yourself that you haven't necessarily realized. So bear that in mind as well, you know, as you go through the stages of, you know, reprogramming your mind, you may find that in some instances you get deep and you dive deeper and deeper and deeper into it, and you rediscover something else that perhaps was a bit amiss, or something that isn't particularly aligned with where you are now. So, you know, it's like diving deeper into the rabbit hole. You know, so it is all quite interesting for people that like psychology or psychotherapy or anything like that. So definitely interesting. And people that just, you know, want to learn about their own personal beliefs or their own ways of doing things, or how the mind works and how life works and how experiences come into fruition. I find it all really interesting. So yeah. So how to reprogram your mind? Start with little things, really little things. It could be, you know, when you wake up in the rising, you open your eyes. For some people, the first thing that they do is they check their phone, or they check the time, or, you know, that kind of thing. It could be as simple as just laying there and thinking about things that you are grateful for. You know, it's reprogramming the structure of your day. Because as we know, the first thing that you do when you wake up, that sets the tone for the day. So if you're checking your phone first thing in the rising, and you're there, you know, checking social media or checking your texts or things like that, what does that say about how you feel about yourself? You know, are you entering the day with presence and peace? Are you entering the day with intention? So, you know, little things like waking up and just taking a few moments to think about what you're grateful for. It really helps, you know, and as you do that, you find that gratitude is like a miracle worker in itself. Gratitude is amazing. And it really counteracts everything else. It's like a domino effect. When you show the universe that you're grateful for something and you really mean it, the universe will grant you with more of that. So, you know, it's a win-win. It takes time though, you know, it takes time, it takes practice, it takes patience. So make sure that you are patient with yourself above anything else. So yeah, that is one example of how you can reprogram a thought. Or reprogram your mind. So, okay, let's actually get down to reprogramming your thoughts. For example, you have a situation where things didn't go as you had planned. Now, instead of reacting and becoming, irritated, and you may feel all of these different emotions, and it's completely okay to feel that. Let me just say that. It's completely okay to feel every single emotion that's coming up. Feel them. But instead of reacting, be the observer of what is happening within your experience. Now, again, it does take practice. It does take time. So be as patient with yourself as you possibly can be. And again, it's really just about being the observer. So stepping back and asking yourself, okay, why do I feel this way? What about this experience is enabling me to feel this way? It's asking yourself the relevant questions. And sometimes you don't necessarily need to ask yourself questions. You just need to sit and observe the emotion as it is. For another example, you could... I'm trying to think of examples now. It's quite hard when you're actually like in the moment on the spot. So say you're going through a breakup. This is a good one. Say you're going through a breakup and you're thinking about all of the memories and the moments you had together, and you're thinking about how you lost this person and how, distraught you are, and how, your life is never going to be, the same again kind of thing, or this person's never going to be in your life again. So again, it's great to experience and feel all of the emotions that come to the surface. That is great, and we don't take away from that at all. But instead of thinking about how you lost something, think about how you gained so much from the experience. Yeah, a chapter of your life has now, come to a close. But what you've gained from this experience, what you've gained from this chapter is so much more than you had envisioned. And if you decide to take those prominent experiences as lessons and things that have, shaped you, and things that have, changed you in a sense of being for the better, that's reprogramming your mind and doing like a whole 360 within itself. Now, again, you're not always going to think like that. You're not always going to feel like that. That is completely okay. We are only human, okay? So just like, other people, just like me, we all get things wrong sometimes, and that's completely okay. I think it's just about, trying your best to reprogram things and trying your best to restructure things, in a way that is best suited to you and best aligned to the vibration that you would like to embody and that you would like to embrace. So another example would be money beliefs. So the way that we view money, you could view money in the sense of, I'll never be able to afford something, or I'll never be able to get that. Universe, that I am able to afford things. Let me just say that. But just to give you for an example, for example, you go into a shop and you see something and it could look expensive and you could be like, there's no way that I can afford that. Instead of thinking to yourself, damn, there's no way that I can ever afford that. Reprogram your mindset by saying, I can afford that. But right now, I'm going to spend my money elsewhere on the things that I need, right? So it's kind of like, right now my energy is being cooled towards something different, but I can afford that if I want it, It's like reprogramming your mind that way. Instead of like making leaps and bounds, the simple things, the small things, For example, this is why people create vision boards, manifestation boards, that kind of thing, because it shows you those are the things that you can get, the things that you can, obtain if you want it. And looking at this, vision board every single day reprograms your thoughts to say, that's what I want, that's what I'm aiming for, that is what I'm gonna get, regardless of money, regardless of, experience, regardless of anything. You're able to get that if you want that, So I think that is something that is important to do when you're trying to reprogram your mind. It's about, taking those small steps rather than taking leaps and bounds. And things are going to go, exactly the way that you intend them to go. As long as you put practice and, as long as you're able to really work through it. It's not an overnight process. So don't think that you can, automatically reprogram your shit like completely. It's not going to happen like that. Just like how it has taken however many years for you to grow into the individual that you are today, it's going to take, either more time or it's going to take, the same amount of time to really reprogram your thoughts. And again, I think it takes about 21 days to form a habit, right? So the more that you do it, the more that you're able to, do it kind of like without even thinking. But again, we're all human, so just bear that in mind. It takes practice, it takes intention, and it takes presence. So, changing your beliefs. It's the same thing as reprogramming your mind. It's just structuring your mind around the things that you would like to believe and that you want to believe rather than what you don't want to believe. So it's kind of like, changing the negative with positive. And that's not to say that you're always going to have to think positive or you're always needing to think positive. That's not the case at all. It's great to feel the whole spectrum of emotions. And again, we're only humans, so take that into consideration too. But it's kind of like balancing the negative with the positive. When something negative or something you consider negative happens in your experience, what is the positive from that situation? It's like weighing the scales instead of having it like completely tilted. So, you lose something. Okay, that's fine. But maybe it was for a reason. That's the positive. Maybe it was for a reason. Maybe there's a reason as to why this thing that you lost has been taken from your life. And probably the universe is trying to show you something different. So it's about being open to receiving those messages too. So yeah, that is initially what reprogramming your mind and changing your beliefs is about. We are all able to do it. We are all given the tools and the knowledge and the inner wisdom to be able to transform our lives. And so I encourage you to do it if that's what you're called towards. That's how manifestation works. That's how the law of attraction works. That's how like attracts like works too. And again, it all starts from your core. It all stems from your center. So whatever you're experiencing internally is a direct reflection of what you will experience around you. Now, that's not all the time, but majority of the time, there's something within you that needs acknowledging for you to, experience that within your outside moments too, your external world. So I hope you guys enjoyed this small snippet of what you can do to reprogram your thoughts, your beliefs, your mind. Please do like, share, comment and subscribe. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, please go to lunahealings.com. You can also book an inner child healing session with me, a past life healing session with me, or we can do some moon talk therapy, which is counseling. For those of you that are interested in connecting with yourself, connecting with your spirit guides, your spiritual gifts, connecting with your Akashic records, which is your past life, you can go and purchase my 4-week divination course. where you will have all of the course materials that you need, with me talking you through different experiences and giving you like tools and things like that for you to learn on your own individual experience. So thank you so much again. I love you guys, and I will see you very soon.